See, the truth is, as a company, if you're a company and you're the boss, what you want to do? Make the most profit. You want to make the most profit out of this shit, right? So they'll push it off. Gucci and Keisha K.O., they'll push it off like Gucci trying to give troubled teens a second chance, and that's what we only look for and stuff like that. Right, okay, but that's not the whole truth. They'll do that, right? Sign you, but they want to find them real young. But Gucci really wanted all his artists to be on a Fujiano level or better, let alone Pooh Shiesty. Because when you young and you got drug habits and stuff like that, he can play you and pay you if you're doing the numbers. Because you'll be, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm the gang spitter for a reason. If you are artist and you young and you take off and you already got a certain fan base and this and that, and you don't really know nothing about the music business, you will be blinded by, because you're young, you'll be blinded by the show money and the feature money and you just popping up, the appearance money. Especially when you first come out and you sign a 1017 and you already getting more than 10,000 a show, then you go from 10 to 15 to 20, or you may jump from 20 to 35, 40, 50. If you hitting that 35 to $50,000 a show, bro, you ain't really caring about really getting paid off your music. Plus you getting 30,000, 40,000 a verse, maybe 20,000 on the low end for independent artists. Bro, you're getting 15,000 to post stuff on IG and other social media platforms. You're getting 10,000 or better to shout out stuff, 15, 20,000, whatever. Bro, you're not gonna really trip off the bread he got to break with you when you sell your records and the money that you're supposed to really make off of your music. Because a real artist wouldn't really count show money as making money off his music, because if you really getting a real good contract and you selling records like a 21 Savage Wood or a Travis Scott or a Drake Wood, and you own your own company, or you got like an 80-20 split and you get 80%, you'll make more money off your music than when you go do shows. You would. If you selling 100,000+ your first week, then the next week you sell another 100,000, another 100,000, and you getting 80% or 75%, and the label getting the other half, 15%, 10%, you'll make more money off your music. Especially if you only really getting 30,000 a show, 40,000 a show. So, man, artists like Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, if you on lean pills, you got a lot of steppers around, y'all in beef, you distracted. So guess what you're not gonna do? I said, guess what you're not gonna do? You're not gonna audit the company. So you're not gonna know how much he really owe you, because you ain't gonna audit the company. Everything going good, so you ain't tripping. He buying you new jewelry. Bro, all this should be a tax write-off. He'll give you a new car, tax write-off. So say you Moneybag Yo, and then your guy been on the label. I mean, Moneybag Yo been on the label 2 years, and then guy to just give him a Lamborghini. That's a tax write-off for your guy. That's what you do. That's how you keep him food. You'll do real shit, even though you playing in your own favor. You'll do real shit that he'll seem that is real. That's what I do. I'm the CEO of 1017. I got Pooh Shiesty. He doing these crazy numbers. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go buy his mama a crib. Yeah, or at least put the down payment on it. Yeah, and do shit that other CEOs don't do. I ain't never seen a CEO buy a nigga mama car and his daddy. I do that. Give him a bigger label piece. Tax write off. So if he had a regular size 1017 chain, I'm gonna get a bigger one, like a big crazy one, with the big Cuban on it. Stupid. Yeah. Go to Johnny Dang and put $250,000 down, $150,000 down on a grill or whatever. Get him a watch that's a collection piece. Other CEOs ain't doing that. But so he gonna look at me like, but he a real one. Like, call him all the time. Just look. You ain't really gotta do too much when it comes to young niggas. It seems like you the really CEO when they only really been through one CEO, maybe another one, but really one. So he gonna call you the really one. Like he done ran through 4, 5, 6 CEOs to really know who the better CEO. But he ain't gonna really get top tier lawyers, music lawyers, pay them out of the company because everything going good. He see his growth. He see he going from 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, this and this and that. So he cool. A lot of times you can play somebody and play them at the same time. When they keep growing in certain other levels, they ain't gonna fact check you. And then years later, when your sales start to go down, or somebody else come on the label and he hotter than you, and now he getting that treatment that you once had, then you may like, hold up. If it's the ringtone era, the label may have been not paying you for the ringtone. You'll find out they owe you 3 or 4 million in ringtone. I'm just saying if it was that era. It could be whatever. You've been doing all these millions of views on YouTube. You ain't never got a dollar. He done made millions of dollars off YouTube. You never got a dollar from him. He could owe you a little bit of that, if not all. You never know. Like, you audit the company. Your lawyer gonna tell you, like, bro, he's taking you. Yeah, he done paid you $10 million. You've been on the label 4 years. You done made $10 million, $15 million, but he also owe you. You really done made 40 million or 30 million. He paid you 10. You done made that like what he gave you, but as far as like your features and your shows and stuff like that, you'd have made another 15 million, 20 million or whatever. So you ain't, you know what I'm saying? When you find out you can play, when you audit the company, you may be the artist that do big numbers. So you still got 10 cars. You still got 4 or 5 properties. You still got, you got 4 or 5 properties all over. Then you paying bitches rent. So you still got you'll say them your spots too. You did this shit for your family. You got over 10 cars. Got over 20 chains. You got about $2-3 million worth of jewelry. You got different businesses. You lit, but niggas still owe you all the M's. But when you really start to find out that nigga owe you some money, it's gonna be either between when you just spent too much money, or you didn't sold a lot of records. Say you like the Migos, you done did a lot, made a lot of hit records, and then somebody else come on the label like Lil Baby, and now they getting all the attention, shit like that. And then you gonna feel, you talking to other artists and seeing other niggas make moves, you gonna wanna renegotiate your contract, and they gonna tell you no. He gonna tell you no, cause he see that you kind of going down. You still think you winning cause you doing these arenas and shit like that, but he's seeing the numbers decline, and he's saying like, nah, the wave kind of switching from your kind of sound to this new Lil Baby sound, to this new Boss Man D-Lo sound, to this new Lil Uzi Vert sound, whoever, you know, I'm just throwing names out there, to this new Gunna sound. Like, say Thug was signed to a label, they'd be like, he want to renegotiate, and he see YoungBoy get 50 million. He'll want to renegotiate the contract, thinking he can get the same thing. And they'll tell him no. That's what might make you call a lawyer and be like, out of the company, or I feel like I'm getting played, like, I want to go to court, or you're going to fall out. First, you're going to fall out with the label. And then they ain't going to let you drop no music and this and that. It'd be a little bullshit like that. It could be a mix of all that little shit, or one of the three, or like I said, a mix of all that. Other times, it just be when you just start going broke, you ain't the hot nigga no more, stuff like that. Sometimes a nigga may play you like that, and he'll make it right. I go to court, he'll make it right, and y'all still keep a certain relationship, like what Birdman did with Wayne. And other times, nah, it'll never be the same again. So that's why he really want young artists that's troubled teens on drugs. Do you think if Hot Boy West would have been doing Pooh Shiesty numbers, and he making 50,000 a show, he could do for his niggas, he the big dog right here, and he stay on the street, you think he'll audit Gucci Mane, or really care about really get paid off an album when he doing 3 or 4 shows a week, he making about $150,000 a weekend? You take one of these young niggas and they making $150,000 a weekend, they ain't finna fact check no label or really care about getting paid when he sell his albums and other ways you can get paid off making money off your music. He getting $150,000 a weekend doing shows, let alone what he getting for verses. His mind distracted on drugs, and all the rappers in the game with him too, like the ones he care about. He ain't tripping. Couple of industry females on his mushroom tip. He ain't tripping. Anything like that. Versus you get somebody that know the game, sign 2 Chainz and see how fast he audited you. Sign Slim Thug I'm talking about if they wasn't signed. Damn, I'm saying sign these dudes that been in the game 10, 15 years. Sign Sauce Walker and see if you can play him. Sign Money Man right now, see if you can play him. See if he'll read the contract. I'm saying that same contract you gave Pooh Shiesty, that same contract you gave Give it to them. See their sign. Yeah. See what lawyers they'll use. See if they'll use a 1017 lawyer. See if your influence can bring them in with the knowledge they own now. Say they want a deal. Say they want to do a 1 hour deal. See if they'll sign that contract. Give them the same contract you gave Hot Boy West in them. Oh, that's right. They put a way bigger number, so you can't give them that kind of contract. You gotta give them a bigger advance or more percentage. And yeah, I understand. This is why I say, if you young in your hood, try your best to run your numbers up. Already be selling merch. Already have a decent following on Spotify. Post on TikTok, on every platform. Build you a media team. You can always find steppers and shooters. That's easy. Fans are step for goddamn rappers. If you my favorite rapper and I'm a young nigga, I kill for you. You know how bad I wanted to kill for 50 Ja Rule and them when I was a young nigga. You can always find y'all getting busted, whether they're your friends or you never know them or not. Anyway, y'all ain't like y'all getting away with a lot of shit. So yeah, but then you can always get security and all that. You trying to find the murder team, you can always find that. Get you a media team because the nerds run everything anyway. So get you a nice media team that's gonna post it on every platform all day. Know how to chop videos down. When you make a song and you want to push that song, they putting it in everybody's face. Like how Fetty Wap did Trap Queen. Put it in everybody's face every day. And yeah, do it like that. Then you can go get the dumb shit, the ignorant shit that can send you to prison. That ain't about nothing. That's easy. You can deep ride all day, so that ain't that. I mean, that ain't hard to do. Then never put out an album. Never let a record label see how much records you can sell. Because if you ain't got the proper fan base and you sell a low number, they may try to pay you your advance. You may want $1 million if you didn't drop the album already and you only sold 20,000 units your first week. But you got the hottest songs in the street, but you still ain't. So you don't show a label that. Just drop songs, mixtapes. Build what you make for a feature and what you make per show. Build that up. Build your following up. Build that up. Build how much merch you sell. Build that up. Build you having a beat maker, engineer. Build that up. So a nigga come at you like a boss. Nigga come at you like a boss, so they ain't gonna play with you. They know this nigga right here ain't dumb. Like I can't get him 20,000. I can't I gotta get him a good percentage. I can't play with him like that. He already know what's going on. And if you already get money, they already know, and you got all the toys and the jewelry, they can't impress you. They can't pull up in no Maybach. You already got that. They can't pull up in no yours. You already got that. Hellcat, track halls. You already got that. You already got 2 or 3 chains and 2 or 3 watches and rings, and so they can't come like that. Now they're gonna put you on the jet or something. Yeah. So none of that little petty shit gonna impress you. You already drinking Ace of Spade and top tier liquors. And, yeah, man. And don't try to come around with the foreigns and shit like that thinking that's gonna move me because you playing my music in a Lamborghini, you playing my music in a new Ferrari truck. You playing, I'm already having that. Or something on that same level, pretty much. Nah, you ain't gotta cash out on all that stuff. What you can do to get in the door with them type of cars. Credit, down payment, business credit, personal credit. You ain't got to cash out on that shit, man. But still in your leases, you can lease a double R. Yeah, you could lease, so man. Play the game how it's supposed to be played. Show off you got a music lawyer already that's sturdy. Nigga ain't gonna play with you. I give me a decent music lawyer that all these rappers know. That he know what he talking about. That he ain't affiliated with all these rappers he ain't affiliated with a company that he'll act like he for me, but he really for them. You know what I'm saying? So you go from around try to get a lawyer, a music lawyer that's not directly tied to Roc Nation. So Jay-Z ain't saying, hey, this is my lawyer, you can use it. No, but he still be in the best interest for Roc Nation label. He just, not really tied with him. But you gonna know that you think he working for you. But you find a good sturdy lawyer. That's why you get mentors. I call Money Man. What type of music lawyer you use? I call Batman Keller. What type of music lawyer you use? I call Birdman. What type of music lawyer you use? How much he charge? I call like the niggas who real ball. Slim Thug, Sauce Walker. What type of music lawyer y'all got? Y'all niggas be on always calling these niggas, man, let me get the future. I mean, man, what type of music lawyer you got? Where them lenders at? I'm gonna call Money Man. Where the lenders at? How much you charge me to tell me who lended you 300K? Who lended you 500K? We can talk about verses and shit. They ain't nothing but some paper right there. If I'm hot enough, you could give me a verse for free anyway, because it's an even swap. Put me on game. If I'm calling Batman Kevo, y'all pick on him and laugh about he doing this and all that. That's cool. But I'm calling, hey man, them lenders. That's what I need. So I don't need the little 100,000 Gucci man talking about and that little stamp. I already got a fellow. I don't care about that stamp. I get the same stamp when I pay you for a feature. Well, I'm the hottest thing anyway. You standing right beside me. I get a stamp. I can pay you to be in my video. Be in my video. You gotta put a 1017 chain on. Just sign no deal. I'm hitting these rappers up. Who y'all lenders? Who, yeah, when you went independent, you got funded. Who them lawyers y'all use? That's how you come. What bank be giving funding out, giving loans out? Yeah, it ain't that hard to do long as you got this set up the right way, that way. What I'm doing wrong, what I need to switch out, what I need to change. Yeah, shit like that, man. I call a nigga, pay a nigga for his time and do shit like that instead of, man, hey, you jump on this track. That's cool and all. That's cool, but let's get this back office. For all the other rappers that's my age going to party and these dog ass hoes and going to the jury man and trying on new pieces, and I'll be sitting in the hotel, no females. And I ain't getting high. All that. I ain't got time for that. I'm finna learn this back office. Then cause when I ain't doing that, I gotta just be putting out music, putting out videos, posting on social media every day, making my media team rich, making them happy. So, and my security team. Yeah, that's what I'm putting. Media team, security team, and my engineer and beat maker and DJs and radio station motherfucker like that. That's who I care about. That's who I'm really, fucking with the hardest. DJs, radio motherfuckers, blogs, yeah, good relationship, engineer, beat makers, media team, lawyers, lenders. That's what, yeah. I ain't got time to really be with these hoes and shit like that. Trying to smash all these female rappers and all these different females and smoking all day. And, man, I ain't really got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really on that. So, yeah, that ain't really my goal. My goal ain't to go get 10 chains and get all this jewelry and all that. Get that shit later. I get the watches and the grill and shit off the rip, but other than that, I ain't just finna keep running back to the jury man and chilling at the studio with these dudes. Nah, it's just bullshit. Probably ain't being in the hood, posted up. Yeah, it look cool though. Yeah, I do it when it's time to work, time to shoot a video or something. Other than that, like learn this back office, trying to outsmart you niggas, outlast you niggas. Yeah. So yeah, it ain't about who the flashiest and who spend the most. It's about who the smartest and who lasts the longest. Yeah, so young niggas who on drugs and got trouble, they always going to jail. They ain't on that. They ain't really, Gucci just want to get them 20, 30,000 and hope they take off and make the right songs. And he take money from their shows. You'll have to because you giving these artists all this money. How you gonna make your money back? They ain't gonna sell a lot of records. So you got to get the YouTube money, the merch money, the show money. You got to get a piece of all that. Everything. You got to get a piece of everything. Or you gonna lose. You be saying Gucci saying, man, I done lost 5 million buying artists. I done lost, man. I'm tired of shit, man. They ain't great for that. Yeah, all that stuff. So that shit sound good, Keisha saying. But don't come talk that motherfucker shit to me.